Okay, good morning, one and all. I hope everybody's well this Tuesday morning. I'm looking out my window onto cloud today. It was gorgeous earlier on. Anyway, haven't we had some super weather over the last, good morning Gail, over the last few days we have had some cracking blue skies here, gorgeous sunshine. Got lots of jobs done around the house last night. Not last night, last week. Oh gosh, if only. Good morning Pat. Nice to see you this morning. Hi Karen. And Caroline. Yes, I'm just going to read out everybody's. Jenny, hello, how are you today? Lovely to see you here. As opposed to where you usually are on a Tuesday morning, so I'm glad you're here. Hello Anita, hello Christine. Lovely in Hampshire as well, Gail. Good. Hello Miriam. Oh, the last morning. Oh, a new job, Miriam. Well, congratulations. I hope it's what you want. Elizabeth, good morning. Okay, gosh, you're all on time today, aren't you? I think I was just literally on the nose at past today as the clock was chiming. As per usual, I haven't finished my cup of coffee. It's still almost full. It will be cold in half an hour. Good morning, Linda. I will get going then, I think, straight away. Hello, Diana. Oh, chilly there in Cheshire. Chilly in Cheshire. Caroline, congratulations. Yeah, okay. Good morning, Jane. Wow, you are all on time. Okay, today I have something a little bit different. It's a fold. It's quite a small one. It's quite an easy one. There are only 2 folds in this card. And you've got the bird's eye view there, first and foremost. Okay, I'm trying to watch the video, but there's the time lag, obviously, so it's a bit weird. Oh, GP's receptionist, Miriam. It'll keep you busy at the moment, won't it? Good morning, Alison. Don't worry, no problems if anyone has to disappear. So that's your bird's eye view of the card. And if I turn it flat, God, what do you call it? It's not a trapezium, is it? Is it a cuboid? Oh, is it a rhombus? I should know this from all the maths that I did with Amy, but I just cannot remember what an uneven four-sided shape is called. Elizabeth might know. Somebody will know. Help me out, please. Tell me what sort of shape it is. And it's a folded pocket card. A little bit different to your usual tag kind of card. On the front there's a little pocket and I've got a tag in there, and then on the inside you've got another little pocket and I've popped another little tag in there. So it's a really nice, cute little different shape, something that I haven't done before. On this card, for those of you who have been Craftwork card fans for years, I've used Beau Papier. I haven't got a lot of this paper left, so it's really quite precious, but I do have quite a lot of these sentiment cards. I think came with a supplementary pack to the Beau Papier. So I've used different papers on there, just little bits, doesn't take a lot. The overall card is only 4 inches high by about 6, so not too big to pop in the post for anybody. Okay, so that's the first one that I made. You all know by now that I generally also make a Christmas version, so we've got Holly Hobby again today. I'm very slowly working through my wonderfully gifted pack of Holly Hobby. I've popped 2 little tags because on the sheets there are some tags pre-made, as it were. You don't have to cut them out yourself. So I've got 2 little tags with nice checked ribbon in the front, and on the inside of that one I've got a different shaped tag, have a holly jolly Christmas, so a bit of a sentiment in there as well, and some gems on the front which I took from, I've forgotten what it's called, it's the Hell's Couple Ditch Gnome one. Can't remember what it's called. Elizabeth will know, somebody will know. Mine's gone completely blank this morning. The only thing to remember, or the key thing to remember with this card, is that for the papers on the front, back section and inside, if you're using a patterned paper that is very specific, one direction only, no pun intended there for the music fans, be aware that it's going to be on a slant. I have used stripes. For the pocket section, a stripe or directional paper isn't really an issue, but I decided that the stripes with the holly, it didn't matter that they weren't vertical to the card, they actually follow the lay of the card, so I thought that would be okay. I quite like it like that. Okay, and I haven't as yet. I'm going to put obviously some paper, probably one of the hobby inserts on the back of there, with having used a coloured card blank that's quite dark. I haven't yet finished off because I cut it the wrong size. I could probably get away with leaving that blank and maybe putting some gems or something on the back as well, but yeah, little mistake there, and I haven't as yet had time to rectify that. So I'm going to show you how to do the fold this morning. It is so easy, it's unbelievable. Snow time, yeah, thank you Caroline. God, you know, yeah, I hardly did any crafting last week because we were doing jobs around the house, and just 1 week kind of off and I'm completely out of my rhythm. It's weird. Anyway, I have chosen some paper today out of an old collection I've got from Knitwits, Bonnets and Bow Ties. I chose these partly because quite a few of the papers in here, even though they're floral, they were actually non-directional, in that the flowers on here are all sorts of different ways around. Beautiful florals, foliage, and again the direction of the flowers on here are going at different angles, so I thought that was a good one perhaps to use, just to get rid of some bits and pieces of papers. Okay, what I did first with this, and what I often do with new folds, is I actually do it on a piece of paper first. Nothing lost in ruining loads of pieces of just a scrap paper. I've got a steady supply of paper that I don't know, it comes from all over the place, but I always try to do a mock-up in paper first so that I know it's going to work. So that was my little mock-up. Excuse me a moment. Frog in the throat this morning. Good morning Yvonne. Just a quick slip of coffee. I'll get rid of the frog. Now for this one today I've chosen a bright pink piece of card that I'm going to use for my base. What I've used with this is 240 GSM. I tried it with my normal white A4 card cut down, which is 300 GSM, but because it is quite small and you've got a double thickness to fold, the 300 GSM was just too much. I've had a look at what I usually use. My card blanks are usually between 250 to 300 GSM. My plain card's 300, but I recently got some coloured paper from Paper Mill Direct. Not sure whether it was Yvonne yourself who uses them, or Diana or someone else. But this is 240, and it is the same that I used for the other two cards, the green and the blue that I've done. So if you have something around 240, maybe even less, because the paper will thicken it up if you're adding paper to it, but I'm using 240 GSM today. Okay, and you're going to start off with a piece of card that is 11 inches by 4¼ inches down. Okay, so one small piece of card, and then you can probably hear me getting the scoreboard out. I am only going to use the scoreboard for one fold, okay, and I want to score from the top left hand corner all the way to the bottom right hand corner. So on my scoreboard I have marked pretty well at the 14 mark. It doesn't matter where you do. I did put a piece of washi tape on to mark the bottom of it. Actually, you can't see the bottom, can you? Let's push it up a little bit. Maybe it's me, I've lost my comments. I've got a funny strip at the bottom of my my Facebook picture today, so I'm not sure if you can see the bottom of my scoreboard. But I've also, somebody else suggested it might have been Gail Mans or you, Elizabeth, that you actually ink down one of your lines so that if you're doing a score on the diagonal, then it's easy to line up. So top left hand corner in the 14, bottom right hand corner, and I can't see because of the light. I am going to line both of those up on that line, and because the paper's not all as thick as I would always use, I'm just going to be reasonably gentle with my scoring tool. I don't want to overscore that. Okay, and that's as much as I'm going to do with the scoreboard. Okay. When you score, you often fold backwards, as it were, but I'm actually going to fold where the groove is. So my groove that I've made is on the front of the card, and I am going to fold that up. Okay, I'm going to be quite careful with that because it's going right into the corners. Okay, so let's start there, and let's give it a really good burnish. Okay, turn it over, same again, give it a really, really good burnish. Okay, and that was the way I had it. So we're starting to take shape. That's fold number 1. Okay, second fold, you're literally going to fold it in half. Make sure that your first flap is flapping up towards you. Don't know how else to say that. And fold it over. Match up your corners. Okay. And really, it is really quite thick what you're having to press down there, but give it a right good burnish. Okay, so you've now got your card blank, you've got your little pocket at the front, and you've got your your pocket on the inside as well. Okay, that essentially is your fold. I'm going to decorate this one a little bit differently to how I did the others. I'm not actually going to put tags in there. Just having a quick look. Hello Wilma, welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. Welcome to Janice as well. And just very quickly, Jeanette, good morning to you. Good morning, Lynn. If I've missed anybody off, I do apologise, but I do try to keep up with some of the comments. Okay. For your decoration, really easy. I've taken one of the checked pieces of checked papers, and this is 2 inches by 5.5 inches. And because this is obviously non-directional, I am literally going to cut from corner to corner. Now I could do that with knife and ruler, but I'm just going to very, very quickly just pop to one side and cut that on my trimmer. So I end up with 2 long thin triangles, which are going to go perfectly on the outside pocket and the inside pocket flap, with just a tiny border. Can I show you? You can see on the others more clearly, but if I unfold that, you can see there is just a very small border still of the card, which is why I chose the nice bright pink. Okay, so those 2 I'm actually going to glue on straight away. The thing I hate about gluing triangles that are so thin like that is getting a bit of glue right on the end point, but I've just managed, I think, to get that there. I'm going to open the card out just a little bit so that I can actually see how close to the edge I am and get that triangle in just the right position. Okay, I'm going to refold it and open it to make sure I get the next triangle in the right place. So that's going in there. This is such a lovely, quick and easy card to make. Doesn't take masses of cardstock, doesn't take an awful lot of paper. You've probably got papers, bits of paper from cut-offs that would make ideal trimmings for this card. Okay, now then, your pieces of paper to decorate the back parts of the pocket. You need 2 pieces of paper, 4.5 inches across the top and 4 inches down the side. Now it's obviously a little bit of a strange offset shape, okay, so to get that correct, on the left hand side you want to mark at the 2-inch point, and you will then cut to your bottom right hand corner. So as I turn that over, because I don't want to mark on the front, and I'm going to put a pencil mark down there, that's the corner I'm going to cut to. Okay, so I have already marked this, to be honest, but 2-inch point. Oh, do excuse me, I'm struggling this morning. And I'm going to cut to the corner rather than from the corner. So from the 2-inch mark down to your corner, one nice clean cut, and that will fit into there. Okay, if you open the card up, yes, you have a little bit of blank in the middle, but the easiest way to cut it is from a square, and when your card is closed, nobody is going to know that it doesn't completely fit. If you want it to fit, in case who you're sending your card to opens it out and thinks, oh, then yeah, a little bit more work needed in terms of cutting out your paper, but this works perfectly fine for me. Okay, so the same thing with your other paper, and again I've marked up on the left hand side at 2 inches, and I'm going down to the bottom right hand corner, and I have squiggled on it to make sure that I know which bit I'm actually cutting off. Don't need the pencil, I need a knife, and get your ruler right into that corner and cut down. So another 2 scraps of paper. Yeah, obviously not the right size because it was only 4.5 inches long, but 2 little scraps for another card. And that piece of paper is going to fit on the inside of there. Okay, so I'm going to glue these 2 into place. It's a lot easier to open the cardstock out to glue in, but as I've just done, make sure that you're gluing onto the right section of the card. Okay. Okay. Has anybody else noticed that the wasps are around at the moment? We've had wasps in the last couple of days in the house, and my daughter, bless, has just come upstairs and she's left me a note to say that she's shut a wasp in the lounge. So my first job after I've done this is to go downstairs to the lounge, find the wasp and, in true Yorkshire fashion, nobble it and get rid of the wasp. Dear, there's nothing worse than a wasp in the house, is there? I've seen quite a lot of bees around as well, actually. I'm not sure whether they're earlier than they usually are. Can't quite work that one out. I know I've got some spring flowers out in the garden that do attract the bees. But, hello Moira, good morning. Seen a few wasps, Anita, as well. Nasty little things, wasps, aren't they? Okay, so I've got my card base, and then what I'm going to do with this one is I haven't used these in ages, so I thought I would use some of the Lisa Horton Build a Bloom dies. Okay, so I've taken loads of those, and using the tiniest pieces of paper that I had left in offcuts that I could, I have made a large and 2 small flowers. Okay, like I say, I haven't used those in ages, but yeah, they are good. I do like the shabby florals, but it's nice to do something a little bit different occasionally, and I thought the cards suited those. I've also cut out some foliage using the little foliage die from the Lisa Horton magazine, and I've used one of the like flower dies as well from the magazine to cut out a little flower, and use the Best Wishes stamp, which just fits perfectly in there. I've just inked that with my black VersaFine Onyx Black. Okay. Right, lapse in thought, 'cause I was just going to say something else then, but I have forgotten it completely. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, the one of the things I like about some of the Knitwits papers is you get the patterned collection, but they also then do solids, so plain colours. So I managed to cut the foliage out in colours that completely coordinate with the patterned papers that I'm using. Okay. Good morning, Christine. We have a couple of Christines, I think, watching today. So on here, rather than actually put things in the pocket, I'm going to, I haven't thought this out yet, put the flowers, maybe a mixture on the front. I was going to put the Best Wishes on there, actually. The Best Wishes on the front, flower, and I'll pop a flower, I think, on the inside as well. So, okay, let's just go for this. I cut all the elements out and I thought, oh yeah, mix and match those. So my Best Wishes I'm going to put down the bottom of there, so I've got a sentiment on the front of the card. Obviously I need to put some foliage on before I put the flowers down. I don't know how you all put your foliage on, but yeah, a couple of bits just on there. So I'm going to put a little pencil mark there, so I've got an idea where I want to put the foliage. It will of course be covered up by the flower, so a tiny little bit of glue on the back of there. Stick the flower. Don't have to, the foliage, don't have to press that down too much, because if some of it's left sticking up, it really doesn't matter at all, because leaves don't lie flat in nature, do they? Okay. Just layer that on top. Okay. So I've got four layers on these. I've only glued the centre of the two in the middle, so that you can always just, I know they'll flatten in the post unless you put your card in a box, which is always nice to do that, but if you can see, you know, you can get some dimension on your flowers there as well. Might stick a coloured pearl in the middle of there. Okay. So So give that a bit of a press down, because I've moved the flower petals up. I need to make sure I've got all of that stuck down. Foliage on here, okay, plenty of room to manoeuvre with the large flower. And I've got two different colours of foliage. I know I should be working in threes probably, but for today I might just, I haven't got that far enough out. The flower's going to completely cover that. So let's just pop it a little bit further out. That will do me. Okay. So gluing the back of my large flower, and again I've got just the centre of the flowers stuck down on there, so with a tool or your fingernails you can just raise those up to give a little bit of dimension. I do like some dimension on the flowers. Okay, and I'm going to pop that on the front of there. Okay, I am going to stick it down. I don't want the pocket on this as such. You still get the shape of the card, you still get the different papers, but I am going to stick that down completely. Okay, and inside I'm going to, let's pop the foliage at that side on here, somewhere around there. What I like about the other cards that I did with the tags on, haven't written anything on the tags, and then if the person you're giving the card to so wishes, they've got a couple of super little tags that they can actually use themselves. So last bit of glue on the back of this flower, pop it up in the corner. Okay, we are nearly there. Yeah, they're very dainty, these flowers, aren't they, Anita? I love the colours. Whilst I'm quite big on bold colours, pinks, purples, blues, etc. Teal I like. They're nice and pastel, very nice. Okay, and I have in the plain paper, actually using the card as a template, one of the other cards that I made, I have cut out pretty perfectly a piece of paper that I am going to glue onto the back of this card. It could actually go on the inside. I might actually put that on the inside so that you can write on the inside of this. Yeah, I think I might do that. Now, it's not quite a perfect fit, to be honest. I can make that right afterwards. I'm going to pop that on the inside. Okay, I'm just feeling that now. I can't stamp a sentiment on there if I put the paper on. Okay, you would need to stamp it first. Let me just see what I have in here. What should we put on it? Wishing you a happy birthday. That will do for a simple little birthday card, won't it? So I am using here, I will show you, I've shut it away in my drawer. A set of simple sentiments, the Woodware by Francoise Reed. They are called Happy Thoughts and do lots and lots of what makes you happy. I love that one. I'm very lucky to have a friend like you. Always try to laugh more and worry less. That's what I try to tell my husband. Okay. have a beautiful happy day, and this one wishing you a happy birthday. Now this is going to be strange because if I stamp on that, yeah, I'm parallel to the bottom, aren't I? So just line it up on there on my cutting mat. Get that nice and straight, looks central. I always do this just by eye when I'm stamping sentiments. Okay, wishing you a happy birthday. Okay, and I can now, shouldn't smudge, it should be dry, just very quickly add a little bit of glue onto there. I'm conscious that half an hour's just gone by. I didn't make the mistake of telling you it'll be really quick today, and they never are. Okay, don't want to press that down over the ink too much. Okay, so there we have, from the top you can see how it stands. Okay, so it opens up nicely, lovely little shape, nice floral decoration on the top. Open it up, and I'm out of time. I might later just put a little tag in there. I'm not sure. I might just, no, I think it's okay as it is. What I will probably do is just to finish it off. Oh God, lost my pen. Yeah, under the desk looking for the pen. I am just going to very lightly put some rough lines around here to give it some definition. When you mat and layer, you've always got a nice border, you've got something that catches your eye. But like on here, when you've actually covered the whole of your card, you can do a little squiggle freehand round it. If you do a rough line all the way around and then start again in another corner and just kind of squiggle the other way. I don't know how else to say it really. But it's something it doesn't matter whether they do or don't overlap. Just a little squiggle like that, and on some of them where it crosses over, I just put a couple of lines, not on all of them, just like perhaps if it was stitched. Just gives it a little bit of detail. Okay, and it makes more of a feature of a blank piece of paper. Well, it's not totally blank, but the inside. Okay, so there you have one simple pocket fold card. Okay, I don't think anybody came up and told me what shape it was. I will look it up. I think it might be a rhombus. I know I struggled with doing that sort of thing in maths with Amy a few years back now. Okay, so I hope you'll give it a go. It is quick and easy. You can stamp it, you can stencil it, you don't have to use paper on it, but it'd be great to see what other ideas you all come up with. And I just then need to thank you all very much for watching. Maybe do a video on squiggling. Oh God, I don't think I could spend half an hour squiggling somehow. I would like to, maybe. Moira, quite a good idea. But I could, yeah, looking at different ways of finishing off your paper. So thank you very much for watching this morning. The video will be saved. Oh, a trapezium, is it, Karen? I will look it up. I will find out. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed today's card. Look forward to seeing what you make. And yeah, let's see what I can come up with for next week for you. But for now, goodbye and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.